always ready for the
I'm
Jepcast?
always ready, Jeppy. Jeppy.
Hell yeah, baby.
Freaky
Alright.
Jepcast. This is the Jepcast.
Yo! Welcome to the Jepcast. It's the
Welcome.
third one. We made it past 2, which is big.
Made it past the pilot.
And good news, pilot episode. Triple digits, baby.
Woohoo!
We're making it. We're making it in this industry.
Yes.
I am so... Thank you to all my fans, really, is what I have to say. Thank you to everyone that, I'd say just watched and is watching even still. If you watched the first 2 and you're here for the third, shout outs to you. Love you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Really helping us.
it's big because I was saying a lot about engagement on the last one, and I was lying. The engagement was not 3 minutes. It was actually 7 minutes.
Whoa!
And
Why
I
did you
think,
lie about that?
well, okay, I did check it the first day, and on the first day it was like 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a lie by just ignorance, I would say.
Okay. So not an
Ignorance of the
intentional
truth.
lie.
Yeah. I would
Okay,
never
that's fine, I
intentionally
guess.
lie to my fans.
The Jep fans.
Yeah, are we gonna come up with a name for like people who listen?
Jeppies or something.
No, that's just my name, I think.
Yeah, but like, how do other people do that? I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure.
So like a
Like,
funny joke including like Jeppy's, Jeeps. I don't know. It's like a car.
yeah, but I'm very afraid of copyright.
Yeah, that is trademarked. I don't know if we could do it.
Jeepers.
Jeepers. People misspell Jeppy as like Jeep or Jeepy.
GP.
That could
GP.
work, I guess.
Alright.
I feel like
To all
we'll
the
just
Jeepers in chat.
all the Jeepers out there.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's for the listener engagement. I'm gonna name down below. I don't know if that even helped, but I'll tell you, we did get more comments on the second one.
Did we really? How many more?
I think it was like 2 more. It's like 3
Oh,
on the
nice.
first one, 5 on the. It might have been because the title was actually just episode comment or like. Did
Comment
I
down
say?
below.
Yeah, it was titled comment down below.
Well,
So well, maybe I'll title this one comment down below too.
wow.
We're
That's
very
the thing.
creative
I'm
with
looking at it
names.
now. We had double the views on the first one, but double the comments on the second. Isn't that crazy?
That's business, baby.
That's business. I'm not sure
It's
if that's good business or bad business, but it's business.
well, I think they say like comments help more than just like straight views because it's like
Yeah.
engagement with the video so that YouTube knows that people are actually engaging with the content and
Gotta
like
play the algorithm.
they enjoyed it and something. I don't know.
We should do some research on the algorithm.
I feel like
Maybe
I
our
need
next.
to call up my friend Mr. Beast because
Your good
supposedly
friend.
he knows a lot about it, just
Hmm.
YouTube
Yeah.
algorithm in general.
You think we could get him to guest star?
Yeah, we're close friends.
Yeah. Okay.
We go way back.
Way back. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
This guy knows how it is. Alright. Enough dilly dally, I say. That's what I say. I think we need, I don't know, like a topic or something.
We are very good at talking about topics, aren't we?
You could say we're professionals at this. That's why we have a podcast.
We are podcast hosts, and therefore we are good at podcasts.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nobody who has a job and is bad at that job.
True.
So
No names come to mind.
I did not have anyone in specific when I was thinking about that. You might, but
Maybe a little. But I'm not going to
okay.
say any of them for fear of them not letting us guest star on their podcast, do a little collab
Yeah. Okay. But now I'm
one
trying
day.
to think through all the podcast hosts I know.
Imagine it, right?
Joe Rogan?
Jepcast X Joe Rogan.
Oh my god.
It could be huge.
Joe Rogan's kind of funny though.
Yeah, true.
Like, not as like well, the stuff he says is funny, but just like him as a person, that
Yeah,
he just exists.
his Instagram is crazy. He does like ice bath challenges to like push his body, see how long he can do that, and then he like take pictures after. That's where all like the iconic Joe Rogan images come from.
Yeah, that one
Like where
image
his
of
face is
him like
red.
in the sauna, and it's like, imagine taking that picture and being like, yeah, I look great in this one.
Hmm.
Damn,
Oh
I
man, I
could,
wish.
I could never.
Oh well, one day when we're big and famous, we'll have to do stuff like that.
Yeah, get all red faced and then post a picture.
Yeah.
I guess we could do that. I don't fucking know. Getting big, it's like a pipe dream at this point.
If by pipe you mean a total possibility, then
To
I'd
be
agree with
honest,
you.
I don't know what pipe dream means. It just is like one of those phrases that I use and hope people like get the right meaning from it.
You used it right. I
Okay,
mean, I don't know if I can give like a definition to it,
I
but
thought
like
it
yeah,
was
you used it
like
right.
couldn't be done. I don't know why.
I mean, I think that's what it basically is. Like
Basically,
it's just like an infeasible dream.
English is weird, man.
True.
Inflammable and flammable means the same thing.
That's messed up.
Yeah, because it's like instead of in meaning not, in that instance it means into, like capable
Yeah,
of bursting into flame. It's like what the fuck?
that's crazy.
Literally the same word. I don't I don't know like how they're used differently. But they mean
How do they get
pretty
away
much
with
the same
that?
thing. I don't know. Whoever made English, we have beef. I don't like some things about language.
Me and Mr. English about to have a real talking,
Yeah. I swear to
probably
God.
in English.
Let's go back to saying thy and whom.
Hmm. Well, actually, that's where I disagree.
You don't
I think
like.
Old English is the worst English.
Okay, you don't like Old English?
I'm not a big fan now.
Old
I think
English is
it
based,
has its
though.
ups and downs. It's based, but like at what cost?
Um, Sounding cool.
I think New English is taking the right steps into just being a completely brain dead language.
Well, do we need a brain dead language?
I mean, there has to be at least one.
I guess, but I'd rather speak like a language that is intellectual. If it makes me feel good to speak it.
Yeah, that's not English. At least it's not like German, but you know.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyways, what's been happening in the world of pop culture?
Lord of pop culture? Oh man, so much, bro, so much. I'm really just a games guy. I'll have you know.
Oh, yeah,
I, I mean, I guess I've seen movies. Uh, Today went and saw the Eternals, the new
ooh,
Marvel movie.
I
Have
haven't
you
seen
seen?
that.
Yeah, I don't know why like its reviews are low. It's
Huh?
like low on Rotten Tomatoes, I think, but it's not a bad movie. I would even
Yeah.
say it's a good movie.
Hmm. Would you recommend it to people at home that
People at
are on the
home,
fence about watching it?
um, I mean, if you haven't seen Marvel before and you're like, oh, I'm gonna see this, maybe not for you. I
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that in like there's a lot going on in there, and if you're not like following superhero stuff, you might be in the way. I don't know. Maybe I'm being elitist. I don't know, but
No, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, yeah.
but
It's like going to see the last Star Wars movie without seeing any of the ones before that.
well, I will say is relatively like sheltered off from the rest of the Marvel universe, but it has
Okay.
like a lot of, let me say this fucking stupid word, Marvel isms, which means
Oh.
stuff, something, I don't know, but it means just
Uh-huh.
like common stuff that Marvel does. That like
Okay.
if you watch a lot of Marvel movies, you'll pick it up and be like, oh yeah, and well maybe just superhero movies in general,
Yeah.
but uh, it just has a lot going on in it because there's like 10 or so something Eternals, which is like the main cast, and they're all going and doing their
I
stuff.
didn't even see the trailer or anything. I didn't even know this came out. I've been kind of out of the loop.
Yeah,
if you
I
will.
mean, it's a good movie. I liked it.
Okay, I might
If you've
give it a
seen
listen.
Marvel stuff, go see it.
Yeah, I'm a
Cool.
big Marvel fan, but I'm not a big there's not a lot of movie theaters around me, and well, I'm sure there is, but there's not a lot in like walking distance, and I'm kind of grounded.
Yeah, I think more
Um,
movies should release their stuff on streaming nowadays.
yeah, it's more convenient for me, but I also will definitely miss like the theater experience. I'm a huge fan of that personally. I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, the theaters are dead. Having to like take all the time out to go to a theater is dumb, and the food is so expensive." Like, duh. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of it. Like
Yeah,
going to a movie theater, sitting down in the chair, getting the overpriced popcorn and the big sody. I'm a big fan of that.
100%. You miss something if you aren't in a theater. But I
Yeah,
am willing to make that trade off if that means I just don't have to go like out in general.
yeah.
Cause like
Bit of a recluse.
yeah, I'm a recluse. I just think like if I want to see a movie and I'm not like particularly, I guess, enthralled in the theater experience for that movie,
Hmm.
and I just want to see it now, like I'll just blow it up on streaming service. I'm down.
Yeah.
Like Dune, because we watched
We did
Dune,
watch Dune. Yes,
and
and very late at night.
yeah, we couldn't have a theater experience.
No.
Mostly because we are not even in the same state, which is one problem.
Yes.
Second problem, it was like 12, like midnight. Like we
It
couldn't do
was.
that.
We finished that at like 2:30.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but that was a good movie.
it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really appreciated the sense of scale that they gave. Whenever they have those big shots and like you see, and there's a bunch of like huge crawlers, a bunch of huge
Yeah,
ships.
I thought they did that better than Star Wars in some ways. I compared it a lot to Star Wars when we were watching.
Yeah,
I still like Star Wars better just because I think I know the lore and I've seen all of it. I hadn't read the book before going into Dune. I was going in completely blind,
I read
and I
the
wasn't
book.
disappointed, but
The book, I think, when you're watching the movie, uh, it's very interesting having read the book because I was seeing like the subtle differences of the stuff like the scenes they chose to keep, the scenes they chose to cut, like how they presented certain things. Contrasting that with the book, I think was very interesting because like okay, 1/4 of the book is just uh a character thinking about something, and
mhm.
in a movie you can't really have that because otherwise they'll have like monologue or they'll talk to like one character,
Yeah.
but it's hard. And just seeing the way they try to show the characters' thought processes in the movie, I thought that was interesting.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought the cinematography was like very well done, and the
Yeah, yeah,
storytelling was pretty incredible, to be honest. It was just I feel like it's definitely a movie that like is a lot better when you read the book
yeah,
because found myself like catching up a lot, like being like, oh crap, what?
yeah. There's a lot of stuff that I guess is harder to follow because they didn't
Yeah,
really explain a lot of stuff well.
yeah. I definitely would have had a worse experience if I wasn't like asking you questions like all the way through.
Yeah, and this is not. I don't know how I'm gonna sway with this, but the book is good too.
Hmm.
Like if you're interested in like a sci-fi, like a good sci-fi book, I like the first one. I haven't read. I think there's more in like a series. I haven't read those yet, but I probably will because I like the first one and the movie is good. So yeah, I recommend it personally.
Yeah.
What's your Jeppy recommendation of the day?
Whoa. We're gonna start that as a trend.
We'll see. I
Will we remember it?
I don't know if I can even like read another book before the next one.
Oh yeah. It is kind of a long book, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty meaty.
Yeah.
They're like three separate like subsections of the book, and it's long.
Hmm.
Because okay, the movie's like 2.5 hours, and it covers maybe half the book, if we're being
Yeah.
generous.
Damn.
So,
That's kind
like,
of crazy.
yeah, I guess the second half of the book would be easier to like cover quickly in a movie. Because
Hmm.
that's where a lot of that stuff is like where things pick up, and there's a lot of scenes that drag out for a couple pages, but they're really like a couple like maybe a minute or like
Mm-hmm.
less. Since the time's weird.
Yeah, I mean, when you're writing a book, you have a lot more like freedom to like explore certain characters and like their mannerisms and things like that, and like what's going on inside their head. Where
Yeah.
you definitely do not have that same luxury when you're making a movie. Where to counter that, movies have a way better like ability to visualize exactly what they're doing. Like I heard you complaining, not complaining, but commenting a lot on the fact that like a lot of the words they said you pronounced in your head completely differently.
Bro, so many words. Like they're saying Freeman in the movie, and I
Mm-hmm.
always pronounce it as Freeman because it's spelled Fremen. And the whole thing is that like they're a tribe of people in the desert. Uh, they don't really like interact with a lot of like the people, I guess, just in the galaxy, and they have their very like distinct culture there. And so I always thought they were like free from like the shackles of like like the politics and the houses and whatever of the rest of the galaxy. And so I was like, oh yeah, Freeman, of course, but no, it's Fremen. I don't
I was not a fan of that one. I think Freeman is better. It's cliche, but it works.
cliche, yeah, but I think it makes sense personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Then there's also like their name for like the Messiah or something, which I'm not even gonna try and pronounce again. But yeah, it's sci-fi words just end up having like this ability that they're just really hard to pronounce.
Mm-hmm.
It's messed up.
It is messed up.
Speaking of other things that are hard to pronounce, Pokemon names?
Oh,
That one's a
that was a good
tenuous
transition.
link, but
That was a great transition.
I just want to talk about the new Pokemon games that are coming out soon.
Yeah. One sec though. I'm gonna go get a glass of chocolate milk.
Oh, okay. Not the biggest fan of Pokemon games, I guess, but you know, chocolate milk. Now it's Jeppy time, so we'll see. But okay, a little bit of context. The first, I guess I would say, like actual video game I played was a Pokemon game. I got a DS for like I don't know 7th birthday. That was just a blind guess, but I got a DS. I got Pokemon Pearl, and I loved it. I was balling. I was just I guess caught up in the Pokemon experience at that time, and because I'm like 7 years old or whatever, I'm having a blast with basically whatever you give me. And then Platinum comes out, and I really love that game. I loved it. I still do. I replay that game a lot. I've played that game all the way through probably like 15 times or more. It's just really, I like it a lot. I cannot express how much I like it. So Gen 4 is like a special place in my heart. And so I want these games to be good. I really do. Me, speaking to God out here, God being Nintendo, I guess, I want them to do this game good. But I'll be honest, a lot of the recent stuff they've been doing, Pokemon games, I'm not a big fan. And there's a lot of leaks coming out about these games. Mostly because people have somehow been able to just play it early. I don't know how Nintendo messed up that badly, but like there's a whole subreddit, like r/Pokemon or just PokeLeaks, I think, and it's just full of people that are just playing the game early, like a week early, and they're showing stuff, and some of the stuff I don't think looks that good. Uh, which is like, let's see, Pokemon that follow you. Fucking Rayquaza, huge ass sky snake. It's like the size of a caterpillar, and that's also in like the battles where like Dialga, fucking god of time or whatever, it's as big as Gulucara or some shit. I don't know. It's the Switch, bro. Could afford to make him at least a little bit bigger. And I know it sounds like, uh, I guess nitpicking, which sure, I guess it is, but I also just don't like the art style that much. I think that kind of like 2D art style works a lot better with pixels, like that had it in the original one, rather than like 3D models because it looks eerie to me, to be honest. I don't like how the world looks in general, but I have seen some, I would say, good steps in the right direction, which is I saw the teams of the Elite Four when you rematch them, which is pretty specific. But they had some pretty good teams. It seemed like pretty tough teams. And I know Cynthia at the end of that has like Pokemon that are like near the level of Red's Pokemon and Heart Gold Soul Silver, which doesn't really seem like that big of a deal, but there's not a lot of trainers up at that level. And just so having that kind of difficulty in these games, I'm down if I really like difficulty in Pokemon games because they have all this strategy and all these moves and all these like different Pokemon and their typings and whatever. When in the main story of the games, you just get your one Pokemon out, you click Earthquake, and you win. Like, come on. There's so much like strategy like that you could do, but they just gloss over a lot of that and they don't use it. And half Pokemon are useless. And come on, man. But when they got a Sheer Force Life Orb Nidoking out on the field, that's scary. You gotta think about how you're gonna approach that. And when you got a Relicanth with Choice Band and Head Smash, I think it has Rockhead too as an ability, so it doesn't get recoil, so it just keeps using this huge powerful attack on your team. And it's Scarf, so it goes faster. That's scary. I really like that. So I'm just gonna segue this in Pokemon Rom Hacks. I'm not gonna try and put a lot of effort into it, but Pokemon Rom Hacks, I think they're very cool. Just the idea of taking a product that Nintendo has made and then just putting a little love into it, making it better, making it something worth playing, I would say. That's just really cool to me. I've tried to do like today and yesterday I've tried to like I don't know, tinker and experiment in Pokemon ROM hacks. And I've gained a respect for the people who not just the people who make like whole new games, like whole new eras and stuff, but the people who add a lot of stuff, like add new Pokemon, uh, they make a lot of stuff harder. That shit's hard. I'll admit it. I think with enough time and enough effort, anyone can make a good ROM hack, but it is a lot of time and a lot of effort to get through that and do that level. So, anyways, that is kind of tangent aside. I would recommend anyone if they want to get into it, look it up. It's kind of fun. Anyways, look on ROM hacks. I've played a few. I won't say I've played everyone under the sun. I'd say I have played the good ones, so I probably have not had like a tainted view of like ROM hacks that are just bad. But the last two I played, Pokemon Inclement Emerald, which is like a kind of difficulty hack for Pokemon Emerald, and Pokemon Radical Red, which is a difficulty hack for Pokemon Fire Red. That one's I'd say pretty popular. Of the two, I like Inclement Emerald more. That's just me, personally. I feel like it's a personal thing. Both games add at least Pokemon up to Gen 7. A lot of the trainer teams, they're a lot harder. Like admins, like Magma and Aqua admins have like weather teams, which I think is really cool. It really forced me to use a lot of Pokemon that I wouldn't use because they buffed a lot of Pokemon. They gave a lot of Pokemon new abilities, new moves, buffed their stats, stuff like that. And I really had to use like the more like strategical aspects of Pokemon, and it got me into like abusing the AI. Because in Pokemon Inclement Emerald, I'm just giving this as an example. I had a Heatran, which was 4 times weak to ground, but I also had 3 Pokemon that were just immune to ground type moves. So I could just like switch in here, and he was bulky. You could take an attack, then I switch into one of those 3 Pokemon. I like pivot, and then I go for the kill, whatever. But stuff like that, I think, is not something that you really have to do in the regular Pokemon games, because you can just send out your Garchomp or whatever and click Earthquake and then win. And I just really miss that. And like, I don't know why I said miss that, because I guess that never really happened. But I'm a big fan of that. So if they add more of that to like the remakes, I'm down. Oh. And I just remember this. Hardcore mode in Pokemon Radical Red. It's like a harder mode of the already pretty hard game. Basically, any major fight, they have like a permanent buff. They're basically cheating. Like Misty has a permanent rain set up, and like she has a bunch of rain mons, like a bunch of mons with Swift Swim. They abuse like Toxicroak's dry skin ability, and it really forces you to like strategize a lot and work against a very uphill battle. And I know for some people that may seem like hard. That's uh, very challenging. It seems unfair because the AI just has an intrinsic advantage on the battlefield. But I really enjoyed that, like figuring out the right Pokemon to like finish the battle, figuring out how to deal with different threats on the team, and like being like Doctor Strange in Infinity War, seeing all the timelines and finding the one that gets me through the battle. I was I had a lot of fun in doing that, and may not be for everyone, but if you're kind of down for like that challenging kind of stuff and like I guess RPG kind of mechanics, I would definitely recommend it. Uh, this one goes out to Nintendo. Don't kill me if you're Nintendo ninjas, please. Uh, I have bought all the games legally. Wink, wink.
Nintendo ninjas, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna get some people.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
telling you,
mean
they're real.
that's a real threat.
I swear to God, Nintendo's scary, man. They're a wild
Yeah,
card. I don't know what they're ever gonna do.
yeah, no, they're always pulling something else up.
Yeah.
They're always up to the little shenanigans,
Oh,
banning Smash tournaments and
yeah.
making everyone unhappy and
Bro, fuck
teasing games for
Nintendo.
2 years.
I,
Yeah.
I just thought about Melee.
Yeah.
Such a cool game, and Nintendo's just fucking it over.
Yeah, it's a shame. Hmm.
But if you want to sponsor this podcast, I love you, Nintendo, man.
Now give us money.
Please, 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 please,
Oh please, I just need money.
please, come on. Alright, I think that's enough begging for influencers and sponsors this episode, so let's just continue.
Yeah, we'll probably end up doing it again towards the end of the episode, but
Well, no guarantees.
Ooh. What else we got?
What else we got? Well, we got a lot. It's just,
Yeah.
you want to
We're
talk
on the
about
topic of
anything?
gaming.
Yeah, yeah.
So, we got some new games coming up.
Ah, that we do. I'll be
Yeah, so
honest, most of the games like I have a perception of coming up. It's like all the games I saw at E3, but that was like last year.
yeah.
So I'm doing a bit of catch up. I did do like a bit of research for this one.
Yeah.
So, funny story. A lot of people are convinced that the Halo Infinite multiplayer is coming out on Monday.
Which for us is tomorrow, by the way,
Yeah.
as of recording this.
Well, that's kind of disingenuous. It is tomorrow because it is technically Sunday, but it's also
Yeah.
like the late night Saturday. I don't
Late
know,
night
time's weird
Saturday,
like that.
whatever.
But it's probably the same day as this is coming out. All
Yeah.
of our like what we talk about now might be completely invalidated by whether it does or does not come out.
I would be incredibly happy if it did. I'm very excited for Halo
Yeah.
Infinite pre-multiplayer. I was
Apparently,
expecting that to come out, in like a month, and then I would go
yeah.
home and not have my setup with me, so I wouldn't be able to play it for a while. But if they release it now, I'd be chipper.
Yeah. I just found about this like searching for games that are coming up. and
Mm-hmm.
like I think it's like the Halo anniversary thing on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the first season starts on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the like servers for Halo Infinite are like up again on Monday
Yeah.
or soon now.
Huh.
I don't know.
Okay.
It would be very funny if all this stuff like coincided for like a perfect surprise launch on Monday, and then
I mean,
Microsoft was
that'd
like,
be
"Man,
amazing.
well,
I wouldn't be surprised by Microsoft, honestly, but we'll see.
yeah,
By the way, Microsoft, if you want to sponsor us, I'm gonna take that back.
there we go."
Perfect.
All right,
But yeah, Halo Infinite's exciting for
yeah,
sure.
those.
One I'm most excited for.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of fun.
Well,
Uh,
I say that. Obviously, Lego Star Wars, the complete collection, coming out soon.
of course, who could forget that? You know, Among
Yeah,
Us on PlayStation is coming out,
I was just about to talk about the Skywalker saga, and you mentioned Among Us on PlayStation. We just went from
bro.
like the best game to come out to probably the worst.
Okay, I don't know if Among Us is actually coming out on PlayStation. It's just on the website. It did list Among Us on PlayStation, so
Is it already out on PlayStation? I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
feel like it is. Maybe it's talking about like the new update, but
Mm,
I just had to mention it. You understand
we
me?
got, yeah, I understand. We got Battlefield, the new Battlefield game.
Oh yeah,
That
Battlefield 2042.
that
Isn't that
seems
already out?
really cool. I think it is. I don't know. Is it already out? I'm pretty
I
sure it
think
is.
I think I looked this up, and I think people were. It had like a rocky launch, but I think every Battlefield game has a rocky launch. So I
Yeah,
don't.
I mean, nope. It is coming November 19th.
What the hell? Just like Pokemon.
Oh yeah, the new Pokemon game too, right?
Yeah, that's 19th, but for some reason, like half the universe is playing it early. Anyways, God of War comes out like, well, not like the new one, but the old one. It's just a PC port. Comes out in like January.
Yeah, I saw that. There's
First,
also the new Final Fantasy game for any of you Final Fantasy fans out there.
there is
And then for everyone else,
for the normal
sorry.
people.
Yeah.
Elden Ring, that's a big one. I've heard really
Oh, that
good
is a big
things.
one. Yes,
I'm actually
I
really
have
excited
some
for it.
friends that are very yeah.
I'm a friend.
Yeah. Um, Elden Ring seems very cool.
I was a big
I
fan of
might give
Dark
it a
Souls
try.
3. I would.
I
Have you played a Souls game?
I have played through like the beginning of Dark Souls 3 and I got very frustrated and decided I don't want to do this anymore and then stopped.
Maybe hold a little bit. Well,
Mhm.
before the game comes out. So it
Yeah.
is like a Souls game.
Yeah.
It's like open world.
Oh, that's cool.
Here's the big news: you can jump. Which in the
Oh,
can
yeah,
you
and
have a normal
you don't do
jump
that.
that opens
That's
up
crazy.
so many like more dimensions on the game. Like what the fuck?
The third dimension, if you will.
Just being able to jump more than 2 feet. It's
That's
so.
crazy.
Shoutouts to From Software. I just really didn't think the technology was here yet, but they
We're here.
figured it
We're
out.
jumping. I'm a big fan of open world games, so I think they could be really cool.
Yeah, I'm first an
Favorite
open
game
world
of all
Souls
time.
game.
Yeah, favorite game of all time for me was Breath of the Wild. Speaking of
Good game.
Nintendo, hey guys, what's up with that?
Hey,
You want to give me some news? Give me a date.
no, no
Okay,
shot.
that's fine.
Is there like a direct coming soon? I don't know.
Probably. I don't keep up with their schedule.
Yeah, I guess like if it comes out, we'll probably know.
I mean, yeah, I haven't tuned into a Nintendo Direct in like over a year at this point. Because, I mean, if it's anything's important, which, it won't be, I'll hear about it later. The
Yeah,
only important thing that's come out of Nintendo Direct is the, Mario movie cast.
true.
And then them announcing the last Smash character will be Sora.
What did
Uh,
they? I guess Sora's alright. I don't know. I don't have
Sora's
like strong
Sora
feeling.
is fine. I definitely would have preferred other characters to be added. Like they were teasing a few others, but then like, we got nothing from that. But at least it wasn't like another, like Final Fantasy character. Sorry,
Yeah,
Final Fantasy fans. I'm tired. There's so enough of y'all. If we got another Fire Emblem character, I'd be peeved.
that's fair.
Hmm.
Um, The new FNAF game is coming out.
Oh yeah,
Forgot about that, but looking on the list, I remembered.
we can't forget about that. I think a majority of our viewer base is FNAF fans, based on the view
Hopefully.
history of your videos so far.
Yeah. I I guess I just maybe I've lost interest in FNAF, but I'm just not that excited.
I'm excited to see what it adds to the world and like the lore and
I
all of
guess
that,
the
but I
lore,
will
yeah.
not. I absolutely will not play it.
Yeah, the lore's gotten weird now. I kind of miss the days when it was like murder or dead children.
Yeah, it's
Even
getting a bit. Yeah,
I even miss like Remnant days because now he's like a computer virus and he's like infecting people. I don't know. I
it's
don't like
definitely
that
gotten
part.
a little bit too weird. But I don't. I mean, I don't blame the writers. They kind of ran themselves into like a wall and they had to climb their way out, and they did a
Yeah,
fine job with it. It's just
you can only go or like do so much.
yeah. I mean, the concept of the game is so like it's not simple, but there's not much you can do with it. Like
Yeah,
the fact that they've gotten the success that they have is just
it's
baffling.
I'm proud of. I guess Scott Cawthon isn't Scott Cawthon like handing off the series to a new guy
I don't know.
because like he got canceled or something, right?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think the story was that he got canceled and then he's like, I can't take this no more, and then he handed off the series to someone else to like retire with his fat stacks he made.
I mean, he made some fat stacks, so
FNAF makes so much money, bro.
crazy.
I I was looking. Actually, I don't know where FNAF lies on like the index of like the most like profitable media franchises. All I know is
Mhm.
that Pokemon's at the top with like crazy numbers.
Yeah,
And I scroll
I
down
think
and
that was
like Batman's down there. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought Batman was so huge.
nah. Yeah,
It's
there's like
Batman.
it was. I think this was like a video that Video Game Donkey made. Shout out to Video Game Donkey if you ever want to come guest on the show. We'd love to have you.
Or sponsor.
But he made a video a while ago discussing like the like how merchandise and like merchandising is like how all franchises just make like all their money,
Yeah.
and that's why Pokemon is so like unbelievably successful is because of the massive amount of Pokemon merchandise.
True. Facts.
But yeah, if you want to learn more about that, go find that video. It's very good, very well made.
Yeah. I mean, even I think you would expect like Marvel would at least be close, but no, I think they're like under half or something.
Yeah, I know, like something crazy. Like the top ones, they're not surprising, but you wouldn't think of them at first. I think that's what I remember thinking when reading it.
Yeah.
Like you're reading, like, oh, that makes perfect sense. But that definitely wasn't the name I would have gone with.
Yeah, I definitely can see why.
Like Hello Kitty is like super high up there,
Yeah.
which makes sense because Hello Kitty is only merchandising at this point.
It's only merchandising and it's capitalizing on like young kids.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I think young kids are a pretty steady market.
Yeah, Pokemon does a good job with that too.
Yeah.
But they also have an older fan base that they can tap into too.
True. Pokemon kind of has that all around kind of, I guess, appeal,
Mm-hmm.
which I
Um.
good for them.
Yeah. No, I'm proud
But
of them.
also,
I think
fuck
their
you, make better
last.
games.
Yeah. Please, multi-billion-dollar company.
Please, 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 please.
Speaking of multi-billion-dollar companies,
There's a lot
Riot
of
has
those.
been
Okay.
Riot has been up to some things, some shenanigans,
Up
if
to
you
a
will,
few
and I'm going to share
things.
them. The Riot launcher went live a while ago, probably before we even started the podcast, but I
Balancer
just now remembering it.
for the immense amount of Riot games that
Yeah, all
exist.
3 Riot games.
All two ones that people play.
Yeah, really.
No
Like,
one plays Artifact.
no one plays Artifact. I think of Legends of Runeterra is another one.
I think Artifact
No
is
one
actually
plays.
Steam.
Is it? I have no idea.
I Artifact. I think it might have been the game that Valve, like the card game. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. And it was like huge like disappointment.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so not Artifact, but whatever. I don't even know
Legends
the
of
third one. That's
Runeterra.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then Riot went and partnered with Netflix and made the League of Legends show.
Call me a devil's advocate, because I don't think that's that bad.
No, I don't think it's that bad. I'm a big fan of like if this is like a new trend that starts, perfect. League of Legends as a game, I hate it. I despise it. I despise the player base. I despise the style, the
Yeah,
game, everything about it. However, it has set some very good trends. The biggest one obviously being esports. It made the esports community exist. Like
true.
we would not have esports without League of Legends, which is a sad thing to say, but you
It
know.
is crazy that League of Legends is like the biggest esport, because I watch it and I say I don't know what the hell's going on. You look at something like CS:GO and you're like, oh, the guy shoot the other guy. But League of Legends, there's like 15 different particle effects. There's like it's switching around. Oh, we got a pentacle. Oh, the type, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to follow.
Yeah, but I think that the legal I wish it was something different, obviously. Like if they had made like I don't know, another game show.
Any other
You
game.
know, video game movies have existed for a while, but I think the move towards shows has been lacking in the video game industry and now we're getting this. And I've heard good things about it, but I'm never gonna watch it because
Yeah.
I don't get the lore. I'm not a League of Legends player,
You know what
unfortunately.
I would
Or
like?
fortunately.
A Destiny show.
I know you would.
I would love that. If they did it well, oh, best thing.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of like series that I can think of that could have some like really good shows because they have a lot of like untapped lore that they could like really dive into. I think League of Legends is probably the one that does that the best, just because there's
So
so much
much,
going
yeah.
on. But there's other games series that I could think of that could do that.
I
Like,
guess you could take a very liberal approach with like something like Valorant.
yeah, you could. I don't know if that one would be. I think that one might need to grow a little bit more before they
Yeah.
make a show of it.
But I
I
was
was
just
thinking more
thinking
along
like
the lines of
Riot.
like yeah, yeah, Riot. I think Apex could have a pretty good show. They have a lot of lore and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
games that like center around like character like operators, like League of Legends, Apex, and Valorant, would do better than things like Call of Duty and Halo. Not saying that those wouldn't be good. I think actually a Halo show could be interesting. They already did something like that on YouTube, but you know, not like a full fledged show.
I think that like I think it's just easier with like character based games because you already have the characters. But like Call of Duty, like you would have to make characters up. Like I know a lot of the Call of Duty campaigns, like
Yeah.
a lot of them are good. You get attached to the characters, but they would just have to do that again in a show, which might be harder. As
Mm-hmm.
opposed to like putting like Octane in a show and be like, oh look, he's running fast. Holy crap.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. I don't know if the characters in, and I'm speaking for Apex only because it's the only like agent game besides Valorant that I play. I'm not sure how successful it would be. I think it'd be interesting, but I don't know. They would have to take some real creative liberties and like kind of like do a lot differently.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've released good animated like trailers in the past, so I could see it being fun. And you know, it's EA for God's sake.
Yeah.
So they definitely have the money to do it. It's just do they have the like desire?
EA should really take their like billions they make from fucking not making a new FIFA game, but repackaging the old one and just put it towards something funky, like a show of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah, as much as it pains me to say, I really hope that the League of Legends show does well, because if it does, that will probably spur other companies to start doing things like that, and then
Yeah,
that would be a huge trend that I would be a part of. I
I
would
would
be
be happy
very
for
much
stuff like
supporting
that.
that.
Just like I like the idea of like the content I watch and the content like I play. I like the
Yeah,
idea of that becoming more mainstream, as in like uh becoming shows or like I don't know. This is kind of like further away, but like Twitch streamers, YouTubers getting like sponsorships from stuff like big movie companies. I think that's cool
yeah,
too.
that could be interesting.
Just stuff
Yeah,
that I guess promotes it on a wider audience. I like to
Yeah,
see
I've noticed
success.
that games that like I am more like in touch with the lore with. Like I have a lot of fun playing Star Wars Battlefront with my friends, not just because it's like, an enjoyable game with
Yeah.
more or less refined mechanics. I'm not going to give it that much credit because it's not an amazing game, but it's all right. But I am a big fan of like, wielding a lightsaber and being able to do that and messing around with that.
Oh
And I think
well,
a better example would be like Jedi Fallen Order, which was a
that
it
was a
was a
good game.
pretty alright game. Yeah, I mean, it was a
I
good
like that a
game.
lot.
There's a lot of mixed reviews, but I liked it, and I liked especially, all the mechanics that they added and like the feel of being a Jedi. It's just something cool. So I think that if they did that, but like in reverse, I think that could be really interesting. Making franchises based off of games instead of games based off of franchises,
Yeah,
definitely would be a pro to that.
I'm down with just anything really. I I
Hmm.
I guess at this point, if I can do cool shit, and I'm down. I'm down with you.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably gonna get if seeing as Arcane, the League of Legends show, is doing pretty good as I am reading now.
Yeah, it had like
Um,
crazy
it's
numbers, unfortunately.
like
I think.
ridiculously good as I'm reading. Um, I think that this could like spur some very good trends in the future. Apparently, the Riot is already planning another show,
Another show. That's good.
hmm
That's good.
but
Oh,
like another League show. Sorry.
oh, it's still good. I guess for
Hmm.
the League fans out there.
There are a lot of them, surprisingly.
Yeah, people really like League, and I've heard that like even if you don't still play League, a lot of the people who used to play League are still like they watch like the League esports and follow the game.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of do the same thing. We don't really play much Valorant anymore,
Yeah,
but we still love the esports.
I'm a big yeah, I'm a big esports fan. I
I
like
think
this
that,
moment in time where all the like teams are that haven't gotten into champions.
oh yeah,
They have nothing to do for like the rest of the year, so they're just
they're practicing, they're like rehashing, they're reassembling their teams,
yeah.
getting
There's
some new team comps.
some weird moves.
Do you think oh yeah, moves as in like
Just like a lot of
players?
people have been dropped. That I think
Really?
is a weird decision.
Hmm. Any
Um,
specific examples?
specific dimensionals. Nothing at the top of my head. I know
Okay.
Nitro from 100 Thieves was considering going back to CS:GO, but that was like a rumor. That's the thing off
Hmm.
the top of my head. I
I
guess
would be sad to see him
Hazed
go.
went to NRG.
Okay, that's interesting. I
If
think,
I had the time, I would have prepared more, but I did not.
yeah.
I just remember reading stuff over the weekend, being, "Oh, that's funny." But there's a lot of like big free agents out there,
Yeah.
so a lot of teams are pretty much free to like shovel shit around.
Hmm.
I I
That's
know
interesting.
I know teams like Gingy are probably itching to like I don't know mix things up a lot. Teams that have like a solid core of like success,
Hmm.
but maybe they need like one thing to change up, or maybe they have like a few good players and need to change up the rest of the team. This is just the
Yeah.
time for them to do it.
Yeah, I think NRG recently did really, and I'm not 100% on this, so I might need to be fact checking the comments. There's more viewer retention. Um,
Huge.
check in the comments below. I'm pretty sure NRG did like really well in a Pro Apex tournament that's going on right now. Qualifiers for the ALGS. They did like surprisingly well,
Yeah.
beating out some like big names like 100 Thieves and Ghost Gaming, G2.
Okay. Okay.
I thought that was pretty interesting. Sentinels also did really well.
That's good.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a Sentinels fan. I don't know.
Yeah, and much to my appreciation, TSM did not do that amazing.
I don't know why you hate DSM so much.
I just they're like the oh god, what's a good analogy? They're just like the old Patriots if we're talking NFL. They won everything. They're just the big name. I want to see some smaller teams like overrun them. Like the last Pro Apex tournament that happened, there was a team, Bottom 20 Gaming, who was like completely unheard of, like just nothing, and then they
Yeah,
up and won the whole thing, and it was amazing.
I'm down with like I don't know, underdog stories.
Yeah, I mean TSM is a necessary evil in my opinion, but like
Yeah.
evil. No, no, I mean they did do bad. They actually probably, I'm pretty sure they did really well, like fourth place or something. But like, still.
All right. Real quick.
Hmm.
Uh, on the Valorant players kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
JC Stoney went to Kansas City Pioneers. Pretty good player.
Huh? What?
Kansas City Pioneers, you don't know them?
No, I don't. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they're really big in like I think the challengers for Masters 3. They looked really decent. They beat a couple good teams and
Mm-hmm.
I'd say they're a good I don't know, tier 2 team. Tier 1.5, but that might be giving them too much credit. I don't know. They're a good team. I think with JC Stoney they'll be even better. Um
Okay.
Solo, the uh I think it was a new turn player and it was very good. He was very decorated, and he's just
Hmm.
retiring now. He's had a long career. Uh, I would say round of applause for him. I think he did pretty good last time I saw him. I enjoyed
Nice.
watching New Turn, and their kind of style of play. So won't be the same without him, I guess.
Shame.
And then Raucus is joining Sentinels as a coach for Champions.
Ooh,
If I
that's
remember
kind of interesting.
correctly, Raucus is like wasn't he like a former player? Like
I'm pretty
doesn't
sure. Yeah, I remember seeing him in some early tournaments.
yeah. And then he's saying that he'll go back to playing after Champions. Which I think
Hmm.
is kind of funny that he just hopped on the ride. And then Phase, yeah, Phase is just kind of a lot of people are leaving. I think.
Yeah,
Just,
surprising no one.
well, yeah, but
Kind of suck.
yeah, that's about it. Like the stuff
Um,
I'm seeing right now.
less to the players changing. Do you think that this new agent that they added, Chamber, is going to change up the meta?
Chamber, I don't know. He could be a lot more impactful than I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
because his ult is basically just like getting
It's an
up,
op.
and it's
It's an
kind
op.
of
Yeah.
it's kind of like Jet's ult, and that you just get a weapon for the round.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I feel like he could be a really good like eco buy because two of his abilities are just guns.
Yeah, I mean at that point, I think you just buy an actual sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that ability is gonna be that good. Like,
I
yeah,
don't. I see its potential.
its potential is good, but you have to have a good aim to really make use of it.
Yeah.
So in
As
pro
much as
play,
I'd
I
like to
think it'll be
main this
cool.
agent, I
Yeah,
don't know if I'm gonna be amazing at him.
his teleport seems good. I mean, it's a teleport in Valorant where you just teleport to another location instantly. That's
Yeah,
good.
which is unheard of.
Uh,
Like the closest thing they had before that was like I guess Yaru, but like his whole thing, like it you have like a second delay,
yeah,
and I cannot tell
you
you how
can
many times I've
instantly
been killed
teleport.
in the second delay.
I don't know. It feels like he could make a lot of splash. He could like counter, I guess, like Jet with his ult and his sheriff. I don't know. That's what people have been
Yeah,
saying.
it's like he slows people down with it, so I could see it.
But I don't. To me, it doesn't seem like he's gonna make that big of a splash. I could be wrong, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I mean I'm not 100% sure. As we both mentioned, we haven't played the game in a bit, so
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just expecting a character who's more like Sky, who just has a lot of like utility and her abilities are really good.
yeah,
And I'm not seeing like every ability being extremely good on Chamber.
yeah,
Does look fresh as hell though.
fresh as hell. Goddamn.
Shout outs.
Shout out. Um, Bit of a complete flip on the topic. Going away from gaming now. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I know we love talking about gaming,
I'm a
but
big gamer.
YouTube is doing some funny things.
Oh.
The
Aren't they
platform that
always?
we are currently posting on, maybe one day we'll move, but right now, I'm sure everyone has heard about them removing the dislike counter
Yeah.
on their videos. I think it's really funny.
I don't know about funny.
I I mean not funny in like a good way, funny in like a petty way. Like
Yeah?
the most, the most disliked video of all time is the
Oh, yeah.
2018 YouTube Rewind. And then now they're like, okay, um, right before do they still do rewinds? I don't know. They might.
I think there's like a 2021,
Okay,
maybe.
so if they do a 20, have they done it yet?
For 2020, I think so.
For
2021?
2021.
No,
Okay,
I
so
don't think
like
so.
the, it seems a bit. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it seems funny that they're releasing this update and intention to do it before this rewind.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's not like the chunk of it, but like their reasoning is just kind of like, oh, we gotta stop like
the reasoning's
um
bad.
the reasoning's bad. Oh, small creators are getting dislike spammed, and then they can't end up in the algorithm. Like, okay,
Yeah,
but like taking away
I'm
the
gonna
dislike part.
lay an opinion on you.
All right, go ahead.
Some of these creators are getting dislikes on their videos, not because they are being dislike spammed, but because maybe their videos are not the best.
I mean, I'm for it. We are at the moment as of recording this a pretty small channel. You
Yeah,
are, and I'm looking at your videos, and at least the last two podcasts, we have perfect ratios. This is
nice.
not an invitation for people listening to dislike the video. Please don't do that.
Yeah,
God.
I mean, if you have the chance between not doing anything and liking the video, actually do dislike the video because it drives up engagement with the algorithm. But
Mm.
if you have a choice between like and dislike, do like.
Yeah, just hit that like button because there's no reason not to.
Yeah, I think I really use like the dislike ratio, especially when I'm finding like obscure tech solutions.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever I'm looking for information, I will definitely like look to that before looking at anything else. Like if I'm researching a topic or something and I
Yeah,
look to a YouTube video to do it and it has like a super like even if it's not like 50-50, if it's got like at least like 30% dislikes, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm not watching this.
yeah. I find like the perfect video. The title is like how to fix this one specific problem that you have. It'll work so well, and I click on it. It's like I don't know 500 views, and then I see that there's like 30 dislikes, 2 likes. I'm like, oh god, go
Yeah,
to the
no.
next one.
Yeah, I mean that's an easy just no thanks, no more.
Yeah,
I think that it is a I mean, this is not an unpopular opinion at all. I think it's a horrible update, but
yeah. Well,
mm,
YouTube, I think, is no stranger to making weird updates to their platform.
I mean that's for sure.
I wish there was more, I guess, competition just
Yeah,
on
no, I mean
every
it's just
front.
unheard of. It kind of stinks that YouTube is like the only one.
Yeah. What
There's so
else?
many problems with that.
I go to fucking Vimeo? No shot.
Hey YouTube though, if you all want to sponsor us, we will take back
Hey,
everything we just said, and we love you.
Susan Wojcicki, I think is her name. That
Hmm.
is probably not correct, actually. But I'm down. You want to be a guest on the podcast? You know, send me an email, and we can
Yeah,
talk.
we'll talk. We'll talk.
We'll talk. But I've got some like famous guests coming on, so you might have to wait a few episodes. I don't know.
Ooh,
You know who
are
is
we?
coming on the next one?
Ooh, who?
Abraham Lincoln.
Whoa! How did we bring him back?
Don't ask. It's better
Okay,
left unsaid.
got it.
You
We'll keep
don't
that in
know
mind.
what you don't want to know the things that happened.
The things that you had to go through to make this happen.
But Abraham Lincoln, everyone.
But yeah, tune in next week for the possibility of Abraham Lincoln.
Tell your friends. It's a
Yes, indeed.
99% chance that he comes on.
Whoa, that's a high percent.
Yeah. It's always the 1% though. Who knows?
Oh, oh.
Uh,
You got anything else to talk about?
well, I will say we have hit the, I think, exact 1 hour mark on this.
Oh,
There's
perfect.
another topic that I would have loved to talk about. I would have loved to elaborate more on what I said about indie games. So I think the
Mm.
last time I just kind of had very
Oh yeah,
circular logic, and I wanted to expand more on that, give like recommendations, but we'll save it.
it might take a little bit. Yeah, we'll save it. We'll save it.
And there's more topics, but yeah, we'll save it for the next one.
All right, then should we wrap?
I think we should wrap. I don't know about
All
you,
right. Thanks for listening to the podcast, y'all.
bro. Imagine if my audio balance has been shit this whole time.
That would suck.
I'm looking at
At
the
least,
bars. Audio balance is for pussies. See ya.
sure.